Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. At least that's what it is here in Belgium. I promised you guys that I would come live at 3 p.m., so here I am. Hey, Maria. How are you doing? I'm sorry Lukey is so screechy. I think she's hungry. And my boyfriend is also walking around in the living room, and that also triggers her to screech. Because she's like, are you the one who's gonna give me the food today? Ah, you little nasty. You little nasty. Yes. Pancake face. Yeah, she is adorable. Even when she is screeching. How are you doing today? Barn owls really like it when you pet them here between, in the slots between their eyes. They really, really like that. Oh, I'm glad you're doing great, Maria. Yes, if you want, I will tell you guys a lot of things about owls today. That's the purpose of these live streams. How do my guests react to Lukey? They react great. They like Lukey. They love Lukey. They adore her. So yeah, they most of the time they are surprised by how good she is, by how cute she is, and by how she enjoys my company, and by how fluffy and cute she is. So yeah. I never prepare my live streams, so I should think, what can I tell you guys today about barn owls? I have a document with video ideas. Maybe I should look into that. I have a list of all the videos that I still need to make, and boy, it's a lot. I have so many video requests from you guys. I'm going to make one about why owls are so creepy with their heads. That's a question people ask me a lot. It's actually called head bobbing. It's when the owl does this, They dance. I'm afraid to move too hard with Lukey on my shoulder. I'm afraid she'll be annoyed and fly away. But the dancing moves the owls do with their head, it's called head bobbing. And a lot of people think they do it because they are hearing music or because they are trying to be. Some people even think they are doing it because they want to impress people. And that's not the case at all. Owls do it to fix their eyesight. Yeah, they do it to fix their eyesight, kind of like a lens focusing. It looks like curiosity, like when a dog does this with its head. But it's not curiosity. It looks like that, and it's super adorable, but they are just fixing their eyesight to look at something more clearly, and they are trying to estimate the distance of things when they are head bobbing. Huh? HIV positive transgender says, did y'all hear about them robot owls they got at that their Vatican? Heard that their Vatican Pope got them and got them robot priests now too. Is that true? That's weird. Oh yeah, Maria, sure. I can tell you some interesting facts about Lukey. I have made a lot of videos so far, so I don't know which facts you already know or not. Just let me know if I'm repeating myself. But Lukey is super good at locating big spiders. It has happened a lot that she is just sitting on the perch with us in the living room, and suddenly she will start head bobbing. I've just explained what head bobbing is, and I will. Oh, she just pooped. Ugh, that smells awful. Okay. Yes, if you could maybe bring me something wet to clean the floor. Sorry. I'm going to quickly clean that up. She jumped on the chair, and now she's looking at her own poop like, did I do that? I was saying, so yeah, she will start head bobbing, and then I'll know something is off. And it has happened a few times that I noticed she was head bobbing, and then I looked at the direction she was head bobbing in, and I saw this huge, black, hairy spider. It even happened one time that okay, I can remove the towel now. Lukey has flown onto the curtains. I'll show you guys if I can. Just a second. She's sitting there. Oh, Lukey. Funny, right? Okay. She'll come back. Thank you, darling. My boyfriend brought me an old... Okay, I'm just going to be invisible for a second. I'm going to clean the poop up. Ew! Okay. Yes, and now I will dry it up. Oh my god, I can still smell it. All right. Thank you, baby. Okay, where was I? I will get Lukey back in just a few seconds. I just want her to... Where is she? Relax. Okay, so I was saying, it has happened that I was watching TV. I will try to look at you guys. It's an exercise. It's hard. Bear with me. So it happened one time that I was watching TV. She was sitting in the living room, and I needed to pee. So I went to the bathroom, and I passed by her perch. And when I got back, I mean, I had been noticing that she was head bobbing, but I didn't realize something was up. I just thought she was being cute. And the moment I walked back from the toilet to the couch, and I had to pass by her perch again, she screeched, and then she made these super cute chirping noises. And she looked at me, and she chirped, and then she looked at me again, and she chirped. And then she looked down, and I looked down, and there was a huge spider there, dead. She killed it. I'm sure of it. I didn't see her kill it, but I'm sure she killed it. It was lying right next to her perch. And it was as if she knew that I was afraid of spiders. And she was like, "Are you proud of me? I killed the spider for you." It was so cute. Why do they move their body sometimes? I mean spinning. You mean when they kind of dance with their body? When they do that, it means they're happy. It means they're in a very good mood. Usually it happens when they are sitting in a spot where they are enjoying their environment. Lukey does it when I put her in certain trees. She doesn't like trees that have a lot of leaves on them. She likes trees. She doesn't feel like she needs to hide in the tree. She just wants to sit on a branch without any leaves around it, and so that she can move better. She can move more freely. And when she is in that kind of tree, she will start to do this with her body and especially with her tail. It's like she's wiggling her butt, and that's a sign that she is super, super happy. Hey, you're live. Nice. Hi, Icy Spots. How are you doing? Abdullah Hamza asks, what should I feed a 5-day-old owl? 5-day-old. Okay. You should get mice, baby rats. Yeah, that's it. And you should cut them open with a scissors or with a knife, and you should get out the organs. So the guts, the stomach, the heart, that is what you need to feed your 5-day-old owl. And you should also feed your 5-day-old owl the flesh of the mice, baby mice, and baby rats. But make sure you have removed the hair and the bones. So do not give your owlet bones or hair, because until the age of 21 days, owlets can't digest the hair and the bones of their prey. Well, I'm making a mistake here. Adult owls can't digest the hair and the bones either, but adult owls can produce pellets. Until they are 21 days old, owls can't produce pellets yet. So I don't know if you guys know this, but where is Lukey? Yes. Okay, Lukey is going to Lukey. My boyfriend is going to bring back Lukey because he needs to transfer certain things to the car, but the front door needs to stay open. So I'm going to put Lukey on something, but I'm going to tie her up because otherwise she might just fly through the front door. Can you maybe bring the tea perch so I can put the tea perch here and tie her? Sorry. Dat ding waar ik erop vlieg. En ik kan niet daarop... Vind jij dat erg? Oh, my boyfriend is such a darling. Oh, Lukey is there. Lukey isn't there. Lukey is there. No, don't fly. Don't fly away. No. For me to stay here, the front door is open. Yes, I'm sorry. You can fly later. Okay, I'm going to continue this story, guys. Sorry, that's the ADHD. I'm like... I jump from one topic to another if I'm distracted. So, I was saying that, owls in general can't digest hair and bones. So what they do is they produce pellets, and all of the stuff that they can't digest will be regurgitated in the form of a pellet. So a pellet comes out, and in the pellet you will find the hair, the bones, and everything that wasn't... and everything that the owl couldn't digest. Okay. Thank you, baby. You are the best. Forever. Yeah. Voila. Okay. She will try to fly off, guys. I'm sorry. She's super curious today. So, I was saying that adult owls can't digest hair and bones either, but from the age of 21 days old, they can produce pellets. So then they can eat the hair and the bones because it will just come back out. But a 5-day-old barn owl or a 5-day-old owl, just in general, a 5-day-old owl, can't produce pellets yet. So you can't give them the hair and the bones, only the organs and the flesh that is free of hair, okay? That is what you should feed your owl. Now, why am I saying that you should feed it mice and rats and not one-day-old chicks? Well, that is because for a young owl, mice, and baby rats are power foods. And you need to feed your owl power foods when it's young. Lukey flew onto the couch. Her rope is just long enough. You need to feed your young owl power foods so that they can grow strong bones and they can become healthy. And, you know, it's going to help them to build a strong immune system. And that will prevent them from getting sick way too easily when they are grown up. And then when they are adults, you'll switch it up. You will mainly feed them one-day-old chicks. And then in addition, as a supplement, let's say, you'll feed them rats, mice, baby rats. I do this in winter. I don't supplement Lukey anymore. I have done it one time. It was fine. I don't feel like she needs it. So yeah, I just, in winter, I will feed her more rats and mice. Yeah, one thing I need to add to that is, so you are going to give the organs and the flesh of the mice, baby mice, and the rats, the baby rats. And you are also going to give your owl the organs and the flesh of one-day-old chicks when it's 5 days old. But most of the food intake should come from baby mice, and baby rats. So I hope that's clear. Hi, Melissa. Oh, you finally joined us. I'm so glad. How are you doing? Top videos, Elke. Oh, thank you, Geert-Jan. Laridon. Are you from Belgium? Are you a family of the famous basketball player? Laridon, that name sounds familiar. Tell me. Yes, Melissa, I cleaned Lukey's poop. She always poops when I am interacting with her. Oh, someone is calling me, and I think I need to take this. Or not. No, it's a call center. 09? It's a call center. No, it's not urgent. It's not... No, it's not. I'll just check. How do I check this? No, it wasn't him. It's a call center that it has called me before. I recognize the number. And they just want to sell me stuff. And I already told them that I don't want to buy their stuff. So... Okay, what are you doing? Oh, just stay with us. Okay. Oh, Geert-Jan Laridon tells me that because of my advice and videos, he also wants to have an owl. Look, Geert-Jan, if you're from Belgium, I can give you the contact information of my mentors who taught me how to be able to take care of an owl. They are way less expensive than other falconers, so you'll be able to fix a good price with them. So if you want, just let me know, and I'll give them. I'll give them. I'll give you their information. Oh, okay. Shane, I've been watching your owl videos for a while, and I'd like to know if you'd mind if I use Lukey as a model for the wood sculpture I'm making for my woodworking blacksmith business. Of course I wouldn't mind. What do you mean by using her as a model? Do I need to help you with something? I can send you pictures if you want, or you can, I don't know where you live, you can always visit us if you want. The sculpture will be made in wood and metal. That sounds super cool. I'm going to adjust the camera because I think it's not optimal. Just a sec. Oh, that's too dark. Ja, het probleem is dat it's hard to adjust the lighting here, because if I open the window, there will be too much light. You guys won't be able to see anything. And if I close it completely, then it will be too dark. Life is so hard. Oh, Maria says, in Russian, barn owl is called sipuha, sipuha, which comes from the verb sapiet? Or do I need to say so? No, sapiet, I think, which means to wheeze, screech. Oh, that's cool. Now I know that barn owl is sipuha. That's cool. I will put that in my vocabulary list for next Russian videos. Thank you, Maria. Kelly here. Lukey is here. Oh, yeah. This is typical behavior. She is she considers the towel I wrapped around the tea perch as prey. Rip the towel. Do you guys remember the video I made where I told you guys that Lukey will destroy socks because she thinks it's prey? Well, she's displaying the behavior right now. I'm trying to catch up with all of your comments. Melissa, I'm glad to be live in the action of your live stream. Me too. Yes, I'm doing very well as well. I see spots. Thank you for asking. Melissa asks, this is change of topic from Owls or Lukey, but will you be doing more videos about your eating disorder? If you guys want, I can do that. The reason I don't is because I thought no one would be interested. I know that you guys are interested in how I'm doing because you care about me and because you're nice people, which I appreciate. It helps me to get better, but I don't, it's logical that if you don't suffer from an eating disorder yourself, that it doesn't really interest you. So just let me know if you guys want me to make more videos about my eating disorder. I would love to do so. Oh yeah, my boyfriend is telling me that I could also go live about the eating disorder topics. If there are people out there who are subscribed to me and who would like to see more eating disorder recovery vlogs, please, please, please let me know, because I will definitely do that for you guys if there are enough people who want it. Well, if you're the only one who wants it, Melissa, I will do it for you too, no problem. I don't care if there are videos out there that no one watches. They always say that it's not good for your channel and you should stick to one subject, but I don't play by those rules. I don't care if it makes my channel less popular, you know? Hello, Alexander. Mixie Palms. Well, my last words. Love flying serious free. Hey, Mixie. Mixie, why are you... Oh, you're going to sleep. I get it. Okay, sleep tight. I see spots. I find pellets of rodents below their necks. So happy they help control pests around the farm. Have to use owl guards on the purple martin houses. Oh, and Mixie tells me strong bones and muscles come from flying, Elke. From flying. Yeah, that's true, but diet is also super important. It's just like with us humans, we need to take in enough calcium and magnesium, but we also need to work out and come in the sun for strong bones. You know, it's not only the diet, it's also the exercise, of course. Abdullah Hamza asks, can adult owls eat chicken meat? Is it good for them? That depends on what you mean by chicken meat. I was planning on making a video about that. If you mean the chicken meat that we humans buy in the grocery store, then no, it's not good for your owl and it will die if you give it that meat. Please don't give your owl chopped beef, chicken meat, only mice, rats, baby rats, and one-day-old chicks. There are owl species out there who also eat fish and or insects, but depending on the species, you can't only give them insects, you also need to give them small mammals in addition. It depends on the species. There are species who can survive on only insects, but that's it. So no, no, no. It's 100% no. Don't give your owl chicken meat. I don't know why people keep insisting on this. I keep telling this in videos and people just don't want to listen. It's like they don't like how messy it is to give mice, rats, and one-day-old chicks. But sorry, that's the only thing owls can eat. So please don't make this mistake, Abdullah, because your owl will die after a few weeks, or sometimes they die immediately. They can't digest the meat we eat, and if they do digest it a bit, then they will die after a few weeks or months because they will die of a vitamin deficiency. Melissa, why is Lukey always showing her bum to the camera? I know. It was the same way when I live streamed her when she was taking a bath. It's like she's doing it on purpose, you guys. I swear. Xeno Gaming Fun asks, when do you know when an owl is an adult? It depends on the species. Barn owls are adult after 3 to 4 months. And the bigger the species, the longer it takes for them to be adult. And there's also a difference between being full grown and between being sexually mature, because I think barn owls get sexually mature after 1 year, and like snowy owls, for example, which are way bigger, they get sexually mature after 4 years. So the bigger the species, the longer it takes. If you want, I can do a video on different species and when they are physically adults. I'll write it down right now. I have my list here. Right, when are owls adults? Different species. Voila. Maria, give Lukey a little scratch from all of us. Okay, let's do that. Lukey, can you turn around? Okay. Okay. Like this. Yeah, they want. Yeah, it's just me. You don't have to bite me. Ow, ow, ow. No, don't do that. Don't do that. By the way, guys, that's how you punish your owl without really hurting it. If it tries to bite you, you should just take its beak between your two fingers and just make it very clear that you're not accepting this behavior. Now, Lukey didn't do this because she hates me. It's just barn owls, well, owls in general, they don't see very well from up close. And sometimes they're just like, leave me alone. I don't want to be petted right now. Don't. You know, when that happens, I always take her and I just do this, and then she's sweet again. You know, then she knows it's me. You know, you won't bite me like this, will you? Okay, this is officially a little scratch from the fans. Okay, Lukey, they love you. They love you. Mm-hmm. See? She doesn't hate me. She just sometimes it's easier to interact physically with your owl when she's with you. Like right now, she knows it's me, but sometimes when I'm close and I will just touch her with my hand or my fingers, she won't know it's me. They don't see very well from up close. Blah. By the way, guys, I will teach you how to turn your owl around on the glove because this is interesting. You know, when your owl is sitting on the glove, oops, on this hand, your the face of your owl should be, you know, towards that side, and the back of the owl should be facing that side. If your owl turns around, you need to correct it immediately. At least that's what I've learned, because it's a matter of respect. If your owl turns your back on you, it's disrespecting you. That doesn't mean that if Lukey does it right now, she's disrespecting me. It's only when you're training your owl and when your owl is sitting on your glove, okay? But this was really hard in the beginning. It's a technique that you really need to practice. So you can turn your owl. She's gonna fly. She's gonna fly off. You can turn your owl around by putting your hand underneath its tail feathers and just pushing. But it seems easy when someone else does it, but it's really hard. So I'll just show you guys. It's hard from this angle to show you. Okay. See? It seems easy when I do it now, but I had to practice this for several weeks. Lots of love from me, Sylvia, and Sirius. Oh, lots of love back, Sylvia. Oh, she just pooped again. Yes, that's nasty. Oh, Shane tells me I'm in the United States. I would use your videos to sculpt Lukey. Go ahead. That's perfectly okay. I'm honored. Maria, cute little murderer. Yes, she is. Oh, groetjes terug, Kelly. En ook aan de mama. I just said to Kelly, but she speaks Dutch. Greetings back to her and her mom. Alexander asks, when Lukey is flying, can you hear her flying? I have heard that there is no sound. Is it true? Yes, they can fly without making any sound. Sometimes when she how do you say this? When she will be praying in the air. Praying is when they, they do this and they stay still in the air. They fly in the air, but they stay at the same spot. Then they will make noise. You can hear it. But when they hunt, they don't make any noise. Can you make a video on pellets? Yes, I can. I already have one video on pellets, but I can make another one. I will copy paste your request into my file with all of the requests. Oh, right, Shane. The sculpture is why I asked about Lukey's number of primary feathers yesterday. I can try to count them for you on this live stream, but I don't know if it's gonna work out. That's going to be hard. I think I'm gonna have to do that with my boyfriend. Someone's gonna have to hold Lukey and we just will have to gently stretch out her wing. That is not going to be easy, but I'll do it for you after this live stream. And I will put the answer to your question in the comments of this live stream. I'll write it down, because otherwise I will forget. How many feathers on each wing plus tail? Voila. Oh, Alexander also wants me to do more videos on my eating disorder. Okay, but what would you guys like to know? Oh, Alexander asks me, is it only 1-day-old chicks or can it be like 4-day-old chicks? That's a good question. I don't think so. I think it should be 1-day-old chicks. Do they even sell dead 4-day-old chicks? I don't think they sell that here in Belgium. You know, I buy the chicks frozen and they are 1-day-old chicks. Maybe there are chicks in the box who are 2 days old. I don't know, but would we even see the difference? Yes, Abdullah, I'm definitely gonna keep going live. No worries. Oh, Xeno Gaming Fun, you asked a very, very interesting question. So Xeno says that his owl bites his fingers a lot. And he asks, how do you make your owl stop biting you? Or do they stop when they age? No, they are not going to stop when they age. I don't know how old your owl is, but this is why imprinting is important. So from the moment you have your owl, when it's 5 days old, you need to make a habit of touching their beak. I'm touching my nose because it looks like a beak. I don't know. You need to make a habit of touching their beak and their talons with your hands. And in the beginning, they will, no, not when they're 5 days old, but when they get older and when they start, getting fluffy, when they're 5 days old, they're naked, but, they will start to grow. Well, not feathers in the beginning. They'll start to grow, how do you say it? Well, fluffiness. I don't know how to say this in English. But they will bite you, nibble you, because they don't, in the beginning, they don't like it. But when they bite you, when you touch their beak, you should take their beak between your fingers gently. Don't be too rough on them because they are very sensitive on their beak. And gently shake it from side to side, just to show your owl that one, you're not scared and you're not going to accept this behavior. And if you keep doing that, your owl will come to accept you touching its beak. And if it bites you when you're not touching the beak, you should do the same technique. Your owl shouldn't be allowed to bite you. But it's perfectly normal that they do this in the beginning. And of course, very young owlets, when you touch their beak, they might nibble on your finger, and that's not really biting. That is just searching for food. I have images of Lukey doing this when she sits on my glove, and I will definitely make a video about it. There's a difference between nibbling and biting. Biting hurts. You can feel the pressure. When they nibble, it's just like... That was probably a very annoying noise that I just made, but it's, you guys know the difference between nibbling and biting. I hope that helps you, Xeno. Let me know if I wasn't clear or I should tell you more about it. But anyway, if your owl is 1 year old, for example, it's never too late. It's better if you start from a very young age, but it's never too late to correct behavior. Oh, I see Spots is going to work in his or her garden. Great. Have fun. Yes, Melissa, Lukey loves being a show off for the camera. Do I practice free flight with Lukey? Thank you, Maria, for asking that question. No, I don't. I could do it. I fly her on a very long rope, which you can see here. I usually use a rope that's about 50 meters long. I can fly her freely, but I just will not take the risk because I don't have telemetry, so it would be difficult to find her if she escapes, if she flies off, and she can't survive in the wild anymore. She doesn't have the hunting instinct anymore. So I love her too much. I won't do that. But I can if there would be inspection, because the rules, until now, the rules were that you can keep an owl on a perch. You can keep your owl tethered to a perch. You don't necessarily have to have an aviary. But the rule is that when you get inspection, you need to be able to show them that you can fly your bird freely. So if I would get inspection, I would have to fly her freely without a rope, and it would work, but there's always a chance that your owl would fly away. So as long as I don't have to take the risk, I won't fly her freely. And another thing I want to say, I wanted to make a video on that as well. I will make another video about that. Not a live stream, just a regular video. The laws in Belgium concerning falconry are changing. So by July next year, you can't keep your owl tethered to a perch anymore. You have to have an aviary. So we are going to build an aviary in the garden. And yes, I will make a video on that. We have the time until July 2019. The laws are changing here in Belgium. And I think that is a good thing. It's good that, politicians are worried about people not taking proper care of owls. But what is a bit dangerous is that the laws aren't created by people who know anything about falconry. And that's a shame, because apparently it's now also forbidden. And I have to spit it out. No, that is not correct English. I have to do more research, but people are telling me that it's now also illegal to come outside with Lukey. Now, what I've read is that it's illegal, or it will be illegal, to do demonstrations in certain cities with your raptor or owl. And I think that is sad because it's not animal abuse at all. The birds like it. If we can't come outside with them anymore, that is sad. I mean, people ask me all the time, "Oh, a captive owl, isn't that really sad? Don't they get bored?" Well, no, they don't get bored because I take Lukey on walks all of the time. I fly her every day. We take her to events. But if they are going to prohibit that, yes, she will get bored. You know, that is animal abuse, and that's a shame. That's a pity. That's really sad. So I am a bit scared. I hope that, it's not going. They're not going to take it too far. I hope. Um, so yeah. How long can owls fly? I have no idea. I do not think they can fly for too long. They have to have a very good condition to do that, and enough muscles to do that. Owls try to preserve their energy in the wild. Um, that is why I always tell people, um, that tethering an owl to a perch is not animal abuse, because in the wild they will sit still almost the whole day. They'll fly from one branch to another branch occasionally, but that's it. They instinctively preserve their energy so they can use the energy when they need to escape a natural enemy or when they are hungry and need to hunt. So Thomas King Schillerline asks, "Hi Elke, how can I contact you?" Okay, I'll write my email address in the comments here. elke.immerman@telenet.be. Voila, that's how you can contact me. Oh, AKOPK asks, "Can owls eat other meat?" I thought you asked, "Can owls eat each other?" Can owls eat other meat? No, they can't. They only can eat one-day-old chicks, mice, rats, baby rats. Some species can eat insects and mealworms, and some species also eat fish. But you can't feed fish to a barn owl, for example. They cannot eat any other meat. They will die if you give them any other meat. How big can barn owls get? I mean, they can get a bit bigger than Lukey. I think Lukey is a male. But yeah, about the size of Lukey. Maybe I should Google biggest barn owl. Biggest barn owl. Or maybe I should Google how big can barn owls get. So they can become up to 40 centimeters. Nope, they can become up to 44 centimeters, apparently. They don't get super big. It's a rather small species. Oh, that's okay, Gaming Beagle, that you are a bit late. That's okay. Oh, Alexander says, "I love when you are live, then you answer many more interesting things. I love it." I'm so glad that you are loving this. I'm going to try and come live every day. I love it as well. When I make regular videos, I love doing that as well, and I will keep doing that. But it takes a lot of my time. It's a lot of preparation, a lot of editing afterwards. And it's true. This way, you guys can ask me questions directly, and it's very convenient. Lukey is screeching at my boyfriend. It's very convenient. Ah, my nose is so itchy. Morning, Lukey and VH. Hi, Shadow Rosita. Is that Spanish? Rosita. Hey. Do you let Lukey fly in the wild? I have done that, but always on a long leash. So I never fly her freely, except in the house, of course. I'm sorry, there's a train passing by. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I let her sit in the wild. I always tether her to a branch or something so that she can't escape. And I will fly her in the wild, but only on a long leash. The Age of Outrage says, I saw a video yesterday of people putting 2 barn owls in a small box to make them fight. That is definitely illegal. That is definitely illegal, and that is awful. Awful. That is animal abuse. I think, wow, I'm a bit slow. You guys are commenting quickly, and I don't know if it bothers you that I can't keep up with the comments. Oh, Xeno Gaming Fun asks, is it true that when your owl has feathers, you can know if you have a female or a male owl? I don't think that is entirely true. I know what you mean. People say that if the feathers have more spots on them, that it should be female, I think, and if they don't have a lot of spots, it should be male. I don't think that is true. If you want to be absolutely sure, you should pluck some chest feathers from your owl and send them to a lab. When did your owl first start flying? Depends on what you mean by flying. I'm going to just Google search a word quickly. I don't know how you say it in English. My boyfriend is commenting. I understood the question. I have a word in my head. Flattering. I thought that was the word. Yes, honey, I did understand the question, but I had an answer in my head and I didn't know how to translate it. Okay. She started flattering, which isn't really flying yet. She started flattering at about when she was almost 3 months, I think, or maybe 2 months and a half, 2 months. And she started flattering because she had a lot of feathers already, but not all of the feathers yet. It was super funny, She would have almost all of the feathers, but then here, on the you have the chest, and then a bit lower, it looked like she had a skirt because there weren't any feathers there, but it was very fluffy. So she looked like a Hawaiian girl with a Hawaiian skirt. It was super funny. And I started flying training from the moment she was 3 months old. And it took her, I think, 2 weeks to get the hang of flying. Oh, Maria said something in Russian. Let's see if I can understand it without my dictionary. Только что посмотрела твое видео на русском, очень милое. У тебя отлично получается говорить. Советую попытаться снять совместное видео с каналом. She is an ornithologist in Moscow. Oh, I understand. So, thank you, Maria. I think you said that you watched my video, the Russian video, and you thought it was very cute. And you think I am very capable of speaking the Russian. and you are hoping that I will do a collab with an ornithologist in Moscow. You know, if I travel to Moscow someday, I will definitely try to do a collab with her.
Start on bucket list.
Bye, Alexander. Have a nice day too. Alexander has to leave us. Do you have Twitter? Yes, I have Twitter, Melissa, but I don't have any friends on Twitter. Just a second. I'll put my Twitter address in the comments for you guys. I have it here somewhere. Twitter. This is my Twitter address. Oh, it is Spanish. Cool. Thanks for letting me know, Rosita. How old was Lukey when you got her? Thank you for asking the question. Chicken Nugget. That's funny. Funny name. Lukey was 3 days old. 3 days when I got her. That was a mistake, though. The breeder made a mistake. He took out the wrong owlet. So I would have had another owl normally. I'm very glad he made a mistake, but it was a bit tricky because 3 days is very young. And we almost lost Lukey. We asked for an owlet that was 5 days old. But he made a mistake and took a 3 days old owlet. And, you know, she was very cold, and we weren't sure that she was going to make it, you know. But once we only noticed when we got home with Lukey, and my mentor was like, she's a bit small. And yeah, we noticed that she was only 3 days old, but she made it, and we're super glad that she did. Rosita, you are saying 5 to 6 years old? Did I say years? Did you ask me how old Lukey is right now? Right now, Lukey is about 6 years old. AKOPK asks, do barn owls sleep during the day? Yeah, they do. They rest during the day. They also rest during the night. Actually, they're pretty boring. They won't always sleep, but what Lukey is doing right now, she's closing her eyes and she's resting. But if something suddenly happens, I mean, she always stays a little alert. She always stays a bit alert, which is instinctive. It's a good thing. If she would be asleep in the wild and she would be like completely off and she would get attacked, she wouldn't survive very long. So I don't think owls actually sleep tight like we humans do. Cameron the hacker says that he has no friends. No, don't say that. You have us. Why don't you have any friends? Just try to get out of your house and just... You can make friends. You seem like a nice person. Oh, okay. Rosita thought the question in the chat was about how old Lukey is right now. Yes, she is 6 years old. Thank you, Federica. Federica is from Italy, and I'm assuming Federica is a woman. And she loves my videos and finds them very useful and inspiring. That makes me super happy. Yes, Gaming Beagle, you can definitely send me some fan art. How would you like to send it? You can send it to my email address, or if you want to send it to my house, you can also do that. Just tell me in the chat what you prefer. Oh, Kelly, backup is in the garden. Would you guys like me to show backup sometimes in the live streams? It's a bit hard though with Lukey because she gets a bit upset when backup comes too close. Yeah, Xeno, I know that owls have very good hearing and very good eyes. Oh. I think someone just, purchased, how do you call it? A super chat. Thank you so much. I think the name is Falconry. Thank you so much, Falconry. I'm feeding on the glove only with mine, and once he is hard pinned, plan to lower the food intake and just hoping I see a good response. Any advice? I'm feeding on the glove only with mine, and once he is hard pinned. I don't know what you mean by hard pinned, Falconry. Hard pinned, do you mean that the owl still needs to get all of his feathers? But you are doing the right thing. So I hope I understood your chat correctly. I'm just going to give you some explanation of how to raise your owl like you're doing right now. So when your owl is still young, you should first teach your owl to stay put on the glove, to stay still on the glove. It's going to try and fly off. Oh, thank you, Falconry, for explaining. Yes. So you are doing absolutely fine. So the first thing you need to teach your owl when it's capable of standing on its own two legs is to sit on your glove and stay put. It will try to fly off at first, all of the time. It's very annoying, but you should stay patient. So what you're going to do is you're going to take its jesses between the thumb and index finger of your glove. And when your owl tries to fly off, it won't be able to because it can't get very far with you holding the jesses. And then you're going to pop your owl back up by putting your hand between its legs under its belly, and you're just going to gently pop it back up. Your owl will try this again and again, and it will notice eventually that it's useless. It has no use trying to do so, and it will then learn that it needs to stay on the glove. The next step is what you are doing, feeding your owl on the glove. So you're going to put your owl on the glove, and you're going to put a one-day-old chick or a mouse between your thumb and index finger, and you're going to wait until your owl starts to eat it. It can take a few days. If your owl doesn't touch the chick or doesn't want to eat the chick, then just stay put with your owl. Wait for half an hour. If he hasn't eaten it yet after half an hour, if he's not interested, take away the chick and don't give your owl any food that day. It will probably eat the chick the next day on your glove because it's hungrier. So it has to learn that if it doesn't eat on the glove, it's not going to eat at all. Of course, you shouldn't deny it food every day. If your owl doesn't want to eat the next day either, you should give it something. You shouldn't starve your owl. You don't want to take any risks. So, and then when your owl doesn't try to fly away with the chick anymore, because that's something your owl will also do in the beginning. It will pick up the chick and it will try to fly off with the chick. um, you know, when it tries to fly off with the chick, you're just going to put it back on the glove, and it needs to learn that it has to eat the entire chick on your glove. So I'm sorry, I'm distracted by Cameron the hacker, who's posted a lot of emojis crying. I will respond to you in just a minute, Cameron. I'm going to finish the question of falconry. Okay, so now that your owl has taught to not fly away with the chick it needs to eat on the glove, the next step is to make your owl jump from its perch on your glove when you have a chick on your glove. So if your owl is on the perch, you would just keep your glove with a chick on it, just like that, in front of the perch, not too much distance. And your owl should jump on the glove. If it doesn't jump, then it's not hungry enough. You will not give it any food, and the next day you will try again. It will probably jump the next day or the day after that when it's hungry enough. And you will start to make the distance between the perch and your glove bigger and bigger. Of course, the first time you don't need to untie your owl from the perch because the distance is not large enough. But of course, if you're going to make the distance bigger, you are going to have to untie your owl from the perch, or it can't fly to you. So you're going to make the distance bigger and bigger. So the jump, day after day, the jump is going to be bigger and bigger until eventually your owl, without even realizing it, is flying, And then you go to the next step. The next step is that you make your owl fly towards you, and then you send it back to the perch. But another thing I need to tell you, falconry, is that it's probably best to first, you're feeding your owl still on the glove right now. That's super great. And it's, in my opinion, it's best to weigh your owl and just keep feeding it a lot of food. And then, like you said, lower its weight, but weigh your owl every day. And then when it does the things you want to, when it actually jumps on your glove and when it actually flies very well, you know that is its flying weight. But the flying weight will change as it grows older. Year after year, the flying weight can differ. So that's why you always need to weigh your owl. First of all, you need to weigh your owl to prevent that you would miss a disease or an illness in your owl, because owls don't make any noise when they are sick. They will just become even more quiet than they already are. You won't even notice. It's hard to tell when an owl is sick, but you can tell if their weight is dropping fast, even when they're eating. So yeah, it's very good that you are waiting until the owl is hard bent and then lower the food intake and wait for a response. That is very good. And if you ever need more advice, when you're trying to do the next steps, then you can always contact me by email or in the chat like you did right now. And I really appreciate your donation. Seriously, you are making me a happy person. Thank you so much. I hope my explanation was clear. If it wasn't, just let me know and I will explain further. Lukey is enjoying. Yeah, she is. She's resting. She's fluffy. She's doing well. Kelly asks, why is Lukey making that sound? You mean the screeching sound? She's doing that, to get attention. And also she's interacting. She hears my boyfriend doing stuff in the living room just around the corner, and she's responding. Oh, the Age of Outrage said all the videos are sad. One is Owl vs Fox. Most people are just walking around them filming. In what country is that? That is horrible. Oh, Cameron, you posted a lot of crying faces. Don't be sad. You have us. Let's send Cameron some love. Cameron, you are a boy, right? Is Cameron a boy's name? Cameron, the hacker. We love you. Don't worry. You've got us as friends. And I will send an emoji. My computer is slow. Voila. Cameron, don't be sad. You can make friends in real life as well. I mean, you've got us. You've got us, and don't be sad. Oh, okay. Chicken Nugget asked a very interesting question. He says a friend of mine got a 7-day-old rufous-legged owl, and it's making these clipping noises with its beak and shakes its head. Is this normal? First of all, Chicken Nugget, I think that it's not a 7-day-old rufous-legged owl, because 7-day-old rufous-legged owls are almost as tiny as a barn owl would be at 7 days old. I don't think it's very unlikely that it would display this kind of behavior. So I think if people told your friend that it's 7 days old, they are lying. If you want, you can send me a picture of the owl to my email address, and I will try to help you, because I am so sure that it is a couple of months old, not 7 days old. But anyway, what I can tell you is that the clipping or clapping noises it makes with its beak it's in defense mode. It is threatening you. And owls that shake their head, that is called toe dusting. I'm assuming that the owl will almost touch its toes, its talons with its head, and it will be shaking no with its head, right? That is called toe dusting, and it's a sign of anger and frustration. Lukey does this sometimes when she wants to fly away, when she's sitting on the glove, and if I won't let her, sometimes she will toe dust if she doesn't like it. So something is frustrating the owl. If your friend purchased a wild owl that is already a couple of months old and it hasn't been raised properly, it is very normal for it to display this behavior when it has to interact with humans, because it doesn't feel comfortable. It's scared, and it doesn't feel any connection with people. So if it's an imprinted owl, then that's better. Then you will have a better chance of establishing a bond with this owl, even if it's already a few months old. But even if it's possible that, I don't know where your friends bought this owl, but if it's imprinted, it could be imprinted, and it could be a bred owl which was then imprinted. But the things you're telling me are a sign that it wasn't raised properly. It's a sign that the people who kept the owl before it came to your friend, that they didn't know how to properly raise an owl. Because if you don't raise an owl properly, you are basically raising lethal weapons. This behavior is typical for people who don't know how to raise an owl, and they end up with an angry, frustrated, not so social owl. So your friend can always contact me by email if he wants coaching. Now that I have a webcam, I can coach people through the webcam. It doesn't have to be in a live stream. It can just be between us. I do charge something for coachings. I won't ask a lot, but I do charge something because, you know, I'm hoping to be able to make this my job someday, but I don't charge a lot. So we can agree on a price that's affordable for him and that also helps me out a bit. But I would be glad to help your friend. Just give him my email address and tell him to tell me in the email that it's you, Chicken Nugget, who gave me the email, who gave me just, my God, my English is so bad. Just tell him that he should mention in the email that you told him to contact me. Yes, it's true. Maria asks, is it true that you can't keep owls in a cage? How about open air cage enclosure? You cannot keep owls in a cage, you guys. That is animal abuse. But there's a difference between a cage and an aviary. You know, an aviary is basically a very, very, very big cage. But the owl needs to have enough room to fly in the aviary. For every country that allows raptors and birds of prey to be kept as pets or as falconry, you know, birds, there are laws concerning the dimensions of the aviaries. So just try to look up the laws for your country, and then you know how big the cage needs to be. Oh. Did you have any other birds except owls? No, I haven't had any other birds except owls. I did used to have a snake though. AKOPK asks, how do you measure the weight of an owl? Well, I have a tiny perch that I put on my kitchen scale, and then I will press the button so that it doesn't weigh the perch itself, and then I will put Lukey on the mini perch to weigh her. But you know, you can buy special scales with a perch built on it. They are especially made for falconry. You know, I will. Just one second. I have an Amazon account, and I can send you guys a link. And if you purchase something, then if you click on the link and you purchase something on Amazon, I'll get a percentage actually. So just one second. Scale. Falconry scale. There it is. Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, my boyfriend is amazing. Just one second. Okay, this is the mini perch I use to weigh Lukey. And I will send you the link to Amazon. I'm looking for the most affordable. Get link. I seem to be not able. Oh. Okay, that is one link, and I have found another one as well, which is a tiny bit more expensive. It's but not a lot. Oh. Okay, that's another link. So that is where you can buy a special scale if you would like to. Yes, a snake. I had a snake. Chicken nugget, snakes and owls, you're an awesome lady. Yeah, I'm a bit weird. You know, people like you will tell me I'm awesome, but my parents will tell me I'm just a freak. Okay, Gaming Beagle, yeah, I think I missed your reply, if that is what you mean. I'm assuming that you already have my email address, but I'll just write my regular address as well. If you want to send me the fan mail. Um, oh, I already sent it. Just that's the street. That is a city, and then you have to be like B Belgium. That's how you should write it on the envelope or whatever. That's my address. Yes, AKOPK, falconry can be expensive, but once you have all the tools, it is not expensive. Random question from Melissa. For how long does your owl sleep in a day? I haven't really paid attention, but Lukey sleeps almost all day and she doesn't mind. She's been closing her eyes for, you know, a pretty long time now during this live stream. She does that all day. And when I let her fly loose around the house, she will just flatter around for a few seconds and then she'll go sit somewhere and close her eyes. So owls aren't really that active. Okay, guys, I think I should end this live stream for now because I'm already live for almost an hour and a half. But maybe I'll come live again tonight so that, I want to give all of the fans an opportunity to join us during the live streams. And I'm experimenting with it. I know that 3 o'clock is pretty okay, but maybe there are people from Hong Kong or I don't know, with another time difference, and I want to give everyone the opportunity to join us. So, don't worry, I will be online a lot. You guys will always get a chance to talk to me and ask me questions. And if sometimes, if I'm not able to answer your question in a live stream, just try again the next live stream. I always try to answer all of the questions, but I think that's going to be impossible, especially if I getting new and more subscribers. So please never take it personally. It's not like I am ignoring you on purpose or anything. I always do my best to try to answer every question and to try to give attention to everyone. I don't have favorites or anything. I know some of you better already than other people, like Melissa, for example. But it's not like I would discriminate people or something. It was fun watching this live stream. Thank you, Melissa. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Aw, I recognize that sentence. The age of outrage to the world, my are one person. You may be just one person, but to one person, you can mean the world. That is so sweet. The age of outrage. That is so sweet. Thank you. You took good care of the owl. Thank you, Saka. Thanks for the stream. You're super welcome. Oh, hello, Mexican MU. I was just leaving. Are you? You're joining us, and I was about to leave. If you want, I can stay on just for another couple of minutes. But I think that might happen a lot, people join and I was just about to leave. I mean, oh, you'll watch the next one. Okay. But if you want, you can ask me one question. I'll just answer one more question from Mexican MU. Just so that you won't have checked in for nothing. Yeah, Gaming Beagle, you can come to the next live stream as well. Everyone can. I'm waiting, Mexican MU, if you want to ask a question. Thank you for remembering me, the age of outrage. The first time you commented on my video with that sentence, it really touched my heart and it keeps me going. YouTube and you guys are a true motivation to get better from my eating disorder. Oh, Mexican MU doesn't have a question. He just wanted to see Lukey and me. Okay. So now that you saw us, we can leave. Lukey is just asleep. Oh, I should let her sleep. I'm so mean, waking her up. Sorry, Lukey. Okay, Mexican MU, I will see you in the next live stream then. I will try to come live again tonight. Yeah, maybe until tonight, and otherwise I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Mwah. Big kiss from Belgium.